when the news catches you, the reason why you catch all the crazy looking people because they're not expected to be.
But then
on
say
the news.
no.
They don't have full hair and makeup.
Then say no. I don't want to make a statement. You couldn't help yourself. They're like, "Do you want to be on TV?"
Emotional.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Loni Love, comedian, actress, and Emmy-winning talk show host.
And I'm Erica Montolfo, writer, showrunner, and Loni's super fun sidekick. And we're two grown-ass women here to talk.
That's right, Erica. And thank you all for joining us for another pre-launch episode. We'll be talking about the DNC Convention. But before we dive in, Erica, anything you want to talk shit about today?
My hair is bothering me.
What? What's wrong?
Can you tell it's just like nappy in the back? It's like flyaways everywhere. I don't know. I'm trying for products. Blonde hair is a whole thing.
Ugh,
and I see how flyaway it is?
Just go do wigs. I don't understand.
I know. That's next. I'm doing that next. That'll be easier.
So you talking shit about your hair?
Yes.
How often do you get it colored?
Too often. You do it like, first of all, there's extensions, right? So you got to get the extensions. You got to match it to your hair. So my hair is falling out as it is. It's a whole thing. So that's my shit talk of the week because my hair looks crazy right now.
Oh my goodness.
So please bear with me, people. My flyaways.
You look fine.
Fine. That's not a ringing endorsement.
You got to have some confidence. If you're going to be a black blonde, you got to have confidence.
I thought I did. I thought I did, but now I'm very.
It looks fine.
I'm very self-conscious. It's like, what's going on right here? It's like,
girl, put some shea butter oil on it. You will be fine. Okay.
Don't get me started on the products. I've spent I don't know how much money on blonde products. Like they didn't tell you. It's all a racket.
The money that we spend on our hair, we could buy a house.
Oh yeah, seriously. I could buy an island.
But you still look fabulous.
And so do you, my love.
I got my little curly.
It's
my
cute.
Little curly. Thank you. I just want something to throw on. I have Hennessy in the throat.
Oh, you do?
I have Hennessy.
Why?
In the throat.
What were you throwing some back last night?
I went to the premiere of The Supremes at Earl's All You Can Eat, and it was directed by Tina Mowbray. Sanaa Lathan, Uzo Aduba, and Ajanu Ellis Taylor. And it's just a wonderful film. And how it's one of those films where it's about sisterhood and friendship. And so they had this great premiere and, there was a lot of support in the film community. It's playing right now on Hulu. So, it's been a rough month for me. So I kind of I took a few back and I forgot that I had to do this podcast this morning. So I want to apologize to the listeners that I have Hennessy in the throat.
Well, you have Hennessy in the throat. I have crazy hair. Let's try to get through this.
No, it's going to be wonderful.
Bear with us, people. We're a mess.
When you're dealing with life, you just, sometimes things like that happen,
You deserve some Hennessy last night. You have had a rough month, actually. So
yeah.
I'm happy you got to
get
let
through
loose.
It.
Good. I'm happy you got to let
premiere.
loose.
Another premiere I went to was the Only Murderers premiere.
Oh, how was that?
It was, first of all, I only went because I wanted to see Meryl Streep.
Oh,
and she was fantastic.
Did she have a halo around her?
Oh,
Meryl
Streep. She's the best.
It's funny you say that though, because we ran into, I shoot my show on Paramount lot, and we saw Steve Martin the other day. And I was like, a starstruck. We were all like, oh my God, that's Steve Martin. We were all the writers were walking together, and he was on a cart. And the only way you notice him because his hair is the same color as his face. He's all white hair and all white face.
I know. He's everybody was trying to get Steve Martin to play Tim Walz. For Saturday Night Live.
That would be good.
But he turned it down. He said no, he doesn't. He doesn't want to do that. So
that would be so great.
Yeah,
he'd be.
But
perfect.
Some people aren't good at imitations. I'm not good at imitating people. So I kind of get it. Just because you look like that person, it would be kind of hard. Because Tim Walz is Midwestern kind of down home with that little flavor of a coach, and I don't see that coming from Steve Martin. You
know who could have played him, or who could come back and play him is Jason Sudeikis, since he's been playing a coach on what's that show?
Ted Lasso.
Yeah, he could come back, but he would totally do it. That would be perfect. Him, and because Maya's playing Maya Rudolph's playing Kamala, right?
Yeah, she's gonna play Kamala this season, so that's gonna be exciting.
It's gonna.
Anything else happen to you this week?
No, just my hair. I'm obsessed with it.
Really? What about your neighbor? Nothing?
Oh, I haven't seen. I think he's out of town.
I mean, he has multiple places of residence, so I'm pretty sure you know.
Yeah.
Something else that I was taking a walk on the beach and I saw all the popo, and I got nosy because it was the popo and it was the news, and I was like, "What's going on?" I'm at that age now where I'm like, I gotta see what's happening.
In everybody's business.
Yes.
You're that girl.
And they were kicking out the homeless people because they're like on the beach. There's like this big homeless encampment, and so the police was there because there's this new ban in California where you cannot live on the street anymore. So they were down there doing it, and so one of the news reporters recognized me. It was like, do you live around here? I was like, yeah. And they was like, do you want to say something? Yes, I want to say something. And I hope that they have a place for the people to go. And I've been watching, and they've been treating them with respect. But, we got to fix this homeless. And it became this whole thing. And I was on the news as Loni resident.
First of all, I love that you've become Black Karen as you've gotten older. You are full on Black Karen. Like, let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. Treat those people with respect. We got to do something about this. I
love it.
So
you weren't wearing curlers on the news where you were like,
I had my hair in a head wrap.
Oh dear. See, that's what I'm telling you.
I was one of those.
Oh no, Loni, please. Next time you get on the news, have your hair did, please. Jesus.
I didn't know. I was taking a walk. See, that's the thing. Usually, when the news catches you, the reason why you catch all the crazy looking people, because they're not expected to be
but then
on
say
the news.
No.
They don't have full hair and makeup.
Then say no. I don't want to make a statement. You couldn't help yourself. They're like, do you want to be on TV?
Emotional.
Yes.
Yes, I have something to say.
Clearly.
That's the problem. Boo-boos.
That's the problem.
That's the problem,
Very
okay,
cute.
We've got a fabulous episode for you all today. We're going to get into all sorts of stuff. We're going to be talking about, in this pre-launch episode, the DNC Convention, because we are grown-ass women, and grown-ass women vote, and we talk about our choices. Right, Erica?
100%. This is the year of the grown-ass woman, thanks to Kamala Harris. I mean, come on. She is the epitome of a grown-ass woman, and I am here for it. We are here for it. And again, not telling you who to vote for,
right.
But, the whole point of the show is women being empowered, being of a certain age, being, of different backgrounds, owning your voice. And how much is she owning her voice at this convention?
Definitely.
I mean, come on now.
Well, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into all of that and more after the break. This is Grown Ass Women Talking.
Okay, we're back with more GAWT. This segment is what we're calling the Tea. Each week, I'm going to talk about some things, and Erica's going to give her opinions, and we're just going to have some fun. Beyonce's birthday is coming up. She also released new whiskey. Woo-hoo!
I mean, listen, that girl loves her some brown liquor. She always has. I know, but that's why you're hurting today.
Finally, something I can get into.
I heard it's very expensive.
Yeah, it's like 80 something a bottle.
Is that a lot? I don't drink whiskey, but I'm more of a.
Now, when you can get that $12 cognac.
I'm more of a Prosecco kind of girl.
Of course.
And that's like you get Prosecco liquor for $18.
It's like, yeah.
Just saying.
Anything that Beyonce is going to have is not going to be cheap. It's
No.
and the ingredients and all of that, So I'm excited to try it.
But do you wonder why it's taking so long? I would have thought she would have had some kind of liquor before. I mean, she's late to the game.
Well, no, she's probably had to formulate it. Work with the people. She's just not just gonna throw anything together. She's like, nah, I'm not doing that. So I'm gonna make sure, that it's all good.
I guess whiskey takes a while to you have to like age it or something, like in a barrel. I don't know. There's barrels, right? There's barrels involved. That's what I'm asking you. Don't pretend like you don't know.
Stick to Prosecco.
Yes, thank you.
In grown women news, Halle Berry says that Pierce Brosnan has restored her faith in men.
Isn't it Brosnan?
I don't know.
You're the worst with names ever.
They call me Loni Slayer of names.
Yes, you are.
When I did E Daily Pop, I was like, the Buka Buka?
What's my last name, Loni? What's my last name?
Erica Montolfo.
No.
Montolfo.
There you go.
Montolfo.
Only on 2 tries this time. Good for you.
Well, you know what? I'm getting better, Erica.
So what did Halle say about Pierce Brosnan?
Oh, Pierce Bronson. It's Bronson right here.
Well, he said it's Brosnan.
Is it an A in his name?
Anyway, what did Halle say? What did our girl Halle say?
She says that when she was working with him on the Bond movie, that he really was a gentleman. Oh. It really influenced her, and it gave her, because Halle's past. She's It's been rumored that she's been through some DV and things like that. Yeah. And so it's just funny how she's just a beautiful person. Did I ever tell you how I met Halle?
No.
Okay. Quick story. I was at the NAACP Image Awards, and it was on the red carpet. And so, I took my pictures, they take like 2 pictures of me and then get the fuck off. So I was standing there like I do, and I was taking just pictures of the atmosphere and stuff. And then all of a sudden I heard all this commotion. Like I've been on a million red carpets, but I never heard the commotion that I heard this time. And I was like, what is happening? I mean, people was yelling and screaming and all this. And so one of the publicists ran past me and said, what's going on? They shut down the carpet. Halle Berry is here. And I'm like, what? First of all, I didn't know they shut down carpets. When they shut down carpets, that means nobody can move. They put her there and everybody can get all of their pictures. Wow. And I was like, oh, is that? And you heard all of this screaming because, the photographers are trying to get the right picture. Like, they want her to blow a kiss, or they want her to pose, or they want her to do, all of this. The only time I seen it was when I went to the Only Murderers in the Building premiere.
Right.
And Meryl Streep. That's when I saw it.
Yeah.
That's when and by then I knew. But back then when I didn't know about shutting down the carpet and everything. And so I was like, what?
Yeah. That's like A plus list.
Oh, that's when, yeah. And Halle was at her peak, right? And so, it was maybe a good 10 minutes. And then I'm just standing there looking crazy, and then here comes Halle, right? Because I'm just like goofy, this how old this was. I still had a flip phone, right? A flip phone, and I'm trying. No, to take
you were not there taking pictures with your flip phone of Halle Berry,
girl.
Looking ratchet as hell.
But this thing, Halle came sweeping by me. I said, "I love you, Halle," right? And she, how you walk past somebody and you kind of look, and then she recognized me. Oh. And she came back, and I was like, wow.
Like,
Halle. And she says, I think you're so funny. And I'm like, oh my God. And I took my little flip phone.
And then she glided off like an angel. I know.
And I've loved her ever since.
I love me some Halle.
She really, really is. So when she said this about Pierce and her, I believe at that time, she was going through so much doing that movie. And, you know, just imagine being one of the world's most beautiful women, and nobody knows behind closed doors what you're going through. Remember when she went on Oprah and, you know, she was going through that whole thing with Eric Benet, and she tried to stay with him. And then there was I'll never forget, I never will forget the story. She said, she went on Oprah and she says, yeah, I was reading it was like one of the tabloids, and it said, you know, Eric is cheating and all of this. And she's like, I'm going to sue. And Eric said, hold up. Hold up. You don't want to do that. You're going to lose your money. Don't do that. Yeah. Right.
He's like, hold my purse.
So, right. You know what I mean? And so she's had to deal with the fact that even though she's so beautiful and she's kind and she's very smart, that she's, you know, had this issue with men. So I can imagine that at that time, you know, she's going through these ups and downs with men, and here she meets this actor who's just a gentleman and who's great. Yeah. And I think that's like, and for her to give him a shout out like that and says, you know,
that says a lot.
He restored her faith. Oh my goodness. Because Pierce, his wife, very beautiful woman, but as she's gotten grown, you know, she looks a little different. Yeah. And people have been very mean.
Yes, people are horrible.
To his wife. And but Pierce is like, he's still like, you know, take those those pictures, and you know, his family is grown. He's fantastic.
And he also, I think his first wife, didn't she like die of cancer or something, his first wife? So he had a very painful loss, you know, to the mother of his children. And then when he met this woman, it was like, you know, he had gone through a lot of grief. He had been with that woman for a long time. He's obviously a very loyal husband. And now he's been with this, not new wife, but he's been with her for many years too. But he's only remarried because his first wife died of cancer. I mean, like, what a lovely guy and what a committed person. So I could see where he would, you know, make her rethink how horrible men are.
I know. I'm just happy somebody did.
And I like that she's with this guy now. Like, who's the guy she's with now? She's with
Hunt.
Yeah, Van Hunt. Is that Van Hunt?
Yeah, Van Hunt. He's a musician.
Yeah, they seem lovely together.
They do, and she's still taking her pictures. Like, you know, she's still like in her.
She looks great, and she's a grown ass woman for sure. But she looks amazing. She looks amazing. Take your naked pictures, Halle. Go, you do you.
Do you? That's what grown ass women do. And we're gonna grown ass and take a break. Oh, the Democratic National Convention, where Kamala Harris accepted the formal nomination as president for the Democratic Party. I enjoyed that convention, Erica. Who did you enjoy the most out of all the speeches?
I mean, you have to ask the Obamas, of course. I mean, listen, it was too much happiness in one room for me. With like, Michelle came out with that long braid. Oh, it's like her moment of like, talk about grown ass women. She's just like, I'm black and I'm proud and I got a long ass braid and I'm a top.
It was a wrap. It was a wrap in the front, and then in the back it was really long. You know, she has braids when she's usually on vacation.
Right, it's a vacation braid.
So because this is in August, she's, you know, probably in their house in Hawaii, came for the convention.
Those are her Hawaii braids for sure.
Exactly. Her speech was actually better than Obama's. I think everybody so too. Was talking about it. Everybody.
And he even said I have to follow her. Or like, that's not fair. I mean, she's the best. I mean, she's amazing. Did I tell you the story about how when he was running initially for the first time for office, I was a Hillary girl. You know what I mean? Like, we were all Hillary girls back then. You know, we thought first woman president, whatever. He's this young guy. We didn't really know him. But a friend of mine is really good friends with his sister. And so she's like, you know what, you got to come see my guy. Like, take a look at him, listen to him speak, blah, blah, blah. So I didn't get a chance to hear him, but I went to see Michelle because she was at some event that I was working at the CW at the time. The woman who was running the CW, like, had something at her house for Michelle. So Michelle came and spoke. And I will tell you, and this was, again, years ago, before he was even president, I was so impressed by her that I was like, anybody who she would pick to marry must be amazing. Because this woman, like, makes clearly good choices. I mean, she was so just epic. I just had never heard anyone like her. So she has never disappointed me, not once. And at the DNC, same thing. She was stellar, as she always is.
Again, Michelle is our fearless leader for the organization When We All Vote. And she just gives great speeches, and she knows how to deliver. And, you know, the nation just loves her. The person I was really impressed by, it was two people. One was D.L. Hughley. He did a formal apology to Kamala Harris, whereas he was talking how he had doubts about her. And I was kind of disturbed when it was all happening. And she ended up asking him for a meeting, and he did. And she basically presented her case. She is a prosecutor, and he formally got up there. And for DL to apologize, because he don't apologize to no damn body.
No.
I know it must have been pretty powerful. So it was nice to see that. And also, I was impressed by Tim Walz's son, Gus.
Oh, my God. How sweet was that?
Oh, my goodness. Gus is special needs, but his emotions, I think, got everybody. I mean, just for him clapping and crying and saying, "That's my dad." You know, that's when you want a child.
Absolutely. Yes, that's the kind of child you want.
Absolutely.
If you know your son's going to come out like that, then you want him for sure. Like, what a lovely testament to the man that Tim is. You know what I mean? It's like, even his students who came out and talked about him, the athletes who worked with him. I mean, not a single person says a bad thing about him. So, listen,
definitely.
I mean, you can't buy enough people to say the good things about you. You know, it's got to be authentic. So I think she made the right choice.
Oh, definitely. And, you know, the thing about the DNC is that one of the mistakes that a lot of people felt like they made 4 years ago was that, you know, we were in COVID. They were doing it via computer and Zoom. They had a lot of stars. And if you notice, this convention, they kind of pushed away from a lot of star power. They had Kerry Washington. They had Sheila E. and John Legend perform. They had Patti LaBelle perform.
Right. Stevie Wonder.
But they had Stevie Wonder, great Stevie Wonder. But they pulled back because there was a rumor that Beyonce or Taylor Swift was going to be there for that final night.
Right.
And I just think that what I liked is that they pulled back from that kind of thing, and they really pushed more of the politicians. You know, you have Wes Moore and you had Nancy Pelosi.
Hakeem Jeffries.
I mean, he's just phenomenal.
I love him.
So that's why you didn't see as, you know, because I think, you know, there are a lot of stars that wanted to get up there, but they pulled back from that. Because
you know what I love, though? What they did that I thought was unique. Because, you know, normally you watch it and they have the roll call, which is like boring, like, you know.
Yes.
But DJ was like, and like, so every roll call was like a song from that state. And I was like, California was like Snoop Dogg. I'm like, yes, roll call. What's going on? It was fun. I enjoyed it.
I mean, when Georgia came out,
yes,
Little John,
yes,
it became a party.
Turned down for what?
A big party. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, you know they're going for a younger demographic, right? I mean, clearly, it's like they're trying to make a party out of the whole thing, which I think is really smart. Get these young people out to vote. I mean, you know, you're in this organization. Like, what are you guys focusing on in this getting people out to vote organization?
When We All Vote is a nonpartisan organization, and it's basically to make sure that every American is registered to vote. They know how to vote. They know where to vote. They have the correct information. And that's the reason why I am a proud member, ambassador for that organization. I'm doing a rally with Steph Curry and with Lin-Manuel on voting and getting volunteers because, and you know, you need that.
Wonderful.
And so no matter whatever your party is, it doesn't matter. One thing I want to say too that was surprising is that Oprah Winfrey spoke, and she actually revealed that she's an independent.
Right, I heard that.
Yeah, so she revealed that, and that was her reason for being there, because she was trying to appeal to the independents. Because at first I was like, oh, they got Oprah, and you know, with her being a billionaire and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But her appeal and her speech was fantastic
Always.
as well. But you know, it's going to be it's a couple of months, and it's going to be very, you know, it's going to be difficult.
It is.
And whoever, you know.
Well, things keep happening every 2 days to change the game. It's like,
yeah.
like JFK or was RFK just like dropped out, and now he's endorsing Trump. So like, again, game changer. Like the pendulum is going like this. Like it's a roller coaster ride. So, you know, we got to stay, you know, diligent, and whatever side you're on, like you said, whatever party you're a part of, just get out there and vote.
Definitely. Make sure you go to whenweallvote.org and check your voter registration.
Thank you so much for joining us for another pre-launch episode of Grown Ass Women Talking. Please check out our official premiere next week. Also, follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Leave us a 5-star rating, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram or YouTube at GAWT Pod.
Grown Ass Women Talk is a collaboration between True Love Productions, Dunnigan Lane Productions, and HARQ Media Productions. Our executive producers are Loni Love, Erica Montolfo, and CJ Siege Pokinghorn.
This episode was produced by CJ Siege Pokinghorn, and it was edited by Chris Cuzio. Special thanks to Elizabeth Munch.